Hello everyone, this is Chevydtv with Chevydtv Foundation. I am here today with Mayor Grant of Boynton Beach, Florida. Welcome to our meeting with the mayor.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Here we'll be discussing topics such as racial and social equality, our budget, and our event of next week, which is our mobile testing clinic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the first topic is actually racial and social equity. The issue is equality and equity are actually two different words.
Right.
So equality is kind of like everybody gets the same thing, and equity says you give what people need, because not everybody needs the same thing. And so with racial equity, it means understanding the different heritage and cultures of each person,
Right.
and how we kind of all look towards a better world together, but we have different angles of the way we view things, and it's trying to get that conversation of how other people view so that we can make the world a better place.
Right.
The social equity aspect of it delves into the topics that are your everyday living, dealing with education, housing, public safety, employment opportunities, and health. And so we here in the city of Boynton Beach recently had a conversation about racial and social equity. We're fortunate that we decided that we're going to bifurcate it and not just look at equity, we're going to look at all the topics of equity. And what we're starting off with is the education of racial equity for our staff. It's so that we have implicit biases.
Right.
Things that we don't really know, we are prejudiced against other people because that's the way our society is.
Right.
And so we need, as a community, to understand what is correct and what is incorrect. And I feel that we're moving in the right direction. However, the City Commission decided to study more of the social equity issues because it's such a huge topic. Because when you look back at the country's history, we're talking 400 plus years of social inequity of what's going on with Europeans and people from other nations.
Right.
So that's kind of where, I'm working with you, the Chevydtv Foundation and Boynton Strong, to do 4 main issues that I feel are very important. One is make sure that everyone has access to a computer, access to internet, childcare, and employment opportunities. With the access to the computer, we're going to hopefully work with a neck rate to make sure that our community who needs a computer can get the computer. Next, it's having those free Wi-Fi spots.
Right.
So, the city promised us free Wi-Fi at Sarah Sims, and it's still not there. They're continuing to promise, and hopefully by the end of this year, we will have that free Wi-Fi, 9 different hotspots throughout that area.
Definitely.
And then also we are going to create more hotspots throughout the city in different parts as well. We just had a conversation with New Singular Wireless, who has the huge cell phone tower antennas, and so they're going to get free Wi-Fi over at our Little League field. And so that's kind of it. We're trying to find partners so that, hey, if you want to sponsor Wi-Fi in one of the city parks, we want to give you that opportunity. The next thing is childcare. We've heard some important news that the Palm Beach County School District does not see in-person school because as of right now, this county is still in phase 1, and the surge and spike of COVID-19 cases, they are worried about the health of not only the children, but the parents, the grandparents, the family, the bus drivers, and everyone around.
Definitely.
So the point is that what happens when parents need to go to work and they have to watch their child?
The kid.
And so we need to have a committee of our community to have that brainstorming ideas. That I heard one idea is that do we create pods so that you have 5 to 10 other people in your pod. So it's like, okay, we're all going to gather at one house one day a week.
Right.
And so that every 2 weeks you only have to, miss work one day.
Right.
And that way you have that one person, because it's all going to be virtual learning. And then
Right.
goes back to that internet aspect of it.
Definitely.
The housing. We are very excited about the Ocean Breeze East project. Currently, they are taking people's names, but not applications for that. They have to, according to the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, that's the state entity that gave Centennial Management Corporation over $20 million over the next 15 years to build a facility for subsidized housing.
Right.
They're saying, well, hey, in order to accept applications, it has to be within a certain time frame when you open. Otherwise, you're letting people in too early in that application. So that's kind of where we're at. We're hopefully August or September, they'll start taking applications, and we will get that information out to them as soon as we can. In addition, there's the Wells Landing project, and they're having that discussion as well. My hope is that we put in more subsidized housing there, and maybe try to section off one of those buildings for 55 and older.
Nice.
So that we can really have a community that services all needs.
Right.
And then the last thing that's coming up on the CRA meeting, and the CRA meeting will be 5:30 Tuesday, July 14th, is the discussion of our cottage district.
Where you have the meeting then?
So the meeting for the CRA will still be virtual.
Okay.
And
Is Facebook or like Google?
It's a
Zoom
go-to
or?
webinar.
Okay.
And so the cottage district is between Northeast 4th Avenue and Northeast 5th Avenue along Seacrest, that whole city block. And so the goal is to get home ownership, get equity into that community. And the question is that how many units can we get there? Is it going to be, single family homes? Is it going to be duplexes? Is it going to be townhomes? Because you can get a lot more townhomes than you can with single family homes.
Right. Exactly.
And so I think a combination would be the best. And so we're going to have, we have a couple of letters of intent for that discussion. And so I'm very excited about that, to have home ownership opportunity in the heart of Boynton Beach.
Definitely. What about employment opportunities for these homeowners?
So that's, a difficult question, because it's like, what is the job for the post-COVID-19? Because the restaurant industry that we thought were once good was always good here because of our tourism is not necessarily the same. So right now, at the Tuesday City Commission meeting, I stated to our staff that they need to negotiate with ABM Industries to have a career day in the city of Boynton Beach. We, as the City Commission, made a mistake having a career fair for our downtown without really explaining the careers or jobs that we were expecting the community to have. And so that's the reason why only 8 out of 127 people applied, because they didn't know what they were applying for. They were like, hey, come here, we'll give you a job. Oh, if you don't have any skills or you can't drive, you don't get a job. So that's kind of where I'm at, is that we need to have these vendors explain what skills you need. So if it's only a 4 or 5 month course, and that you can get a scholarship to take, and then you'll have a job right afterwards. I think that's something that we need to work with the city, is that we can't just look at jobs, we need to look at career skills. Because, if you know how to sell, you can get a job. And so that's kind of it with the employment opportunities, is that we are now having the mindset of what is going to work versus what isn't going to work.
Definitely.
And then the next thing is public safety, dealing with social equity. We have had tragedies here in the city of Boynton Beach in the past of our residents. And so with that, we are moving forward with our police chief. He's technically not new anymore. He's been on the job for 2 years. The police station is opening up. And so this is going to be an opportunity with the budget that we are giving him to really transform the police department. Because we want community policing. We don't want policing of the community.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where we're going to move forward. And that new police department and station is going to be open Monday at 5 p.m. to begin our budget talks.
Yeah, definitely would be nice to have the police more interactive with the neighborhood than just passively patrolling and not really having a relationship with the citizens that they're dealing with every day.
Correct.
On a day-to-day basis.
The city doesn't have a PAL league like other neighborhoods do. And so that's kind of it, is that it's really trying to focus, working with the Bill Tomei Foundation. We're going back to the Boynton Beach Bulldogs.
I remember they first started at the Bulldogs and at the Hester Gym and everything like that.
And so that's kind of what we're doing, is that we're moving forward, with the different skills. And so one of the things that was very interesting is that our new historic high school, our new cultural civic center,
right,
they were saying, hey, we're going to bring in a sport that has high scholarship opportunities but doesn't require running. What do you think it is?
Bringing in a sport
that has high scholarship opportunities but doesn't really
wrestling?
No, not wrestling, but you're close. It's going to be fencing.
Fencing, is that, with the sword?
Yeah.
That's different. That's very different.
And so that's something that, these big Division I schools have fencing teams.
Oh, okay.
And they need people to be on those fencing teams. And so we have to, as a community, realize it's not just basketball, football,
right,
as the scholarship sports. Most of these Division I schools have numerous scholarship opportunities.
Right.
And so we're going to have the different sports in the city to help make sure that everyone has access to college.
Exactly. Perfect.
And that leads us to our last topic of social equity, is health. And we have a great partner here in the city of Boynton Beach with Healthier Boynton Beach and Ricky Petty.
Right.
They have the caregiving initiative to make sure that people who are taking care of our elders
get taken care of as well.
Yeah, we have that information. And we are extremely fortunate to have Feeding South Florida here in Boynton Beach on Park Ridge Road.
Definitely.
They just opened up a multi-million-dollar commercial kitchen in their warehouse. So they're going to be able to produce over 10,000 meals a day for the whole county.
Wow.
And we get first dibs because they're in our city.
Amazing.
And their partnership with the Community Caring Center means that they're still doing their Veggie Mobile, and they're actually working with Amazon Flex, so that last mile to get the food distribution, and if you qualify, get it delivered to your door.
Okay, nice.
And so
nice.
That's kind of it with social equity. It's something that we're going to be working on every week because there's just so much to do.
Right. We also look forward to having guests come on, give their input, intake, and ideas to just better the city of Boynton Beach.
Absolutely. We want to have the promotion. And so I think that's it on that topic. What's our next topic, Chevy?
The next topic is next week I know we got to talk about the mobile testing site, exactly which day it is, and we'll be getting back with you all, so just stay tuned.
So that's on July 15th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. over at Ezel Hester. We'll get you the information for the phone number to call to make the appointment.
Also, the city budget meeting. When is it?
It starts Monday at 5 o'clock. It will be both virtual and in person, because I felt that, hey, we need to give people the opportunity to come. Right. So I'm going to be there at a table with my laptop. We're going to have TV screens so that they can see what I'm seeing, and then a microphone for public comments.
Will they have the person there to do the?
That will be through the TV screen.
Okay, so if you want to have your input and tune in, you can tune in virtually on the internet, or you can come. Where do they actually have those meetings?
It is at the new police station. So
address?
The address is at the southeast corner of High Ridge Road and Gateway Boulevard. It's the new big blue building. It's going to be hard to miss, and it's next to our Fire Station 5.
Yes, we definitely want you all to get involved and come in and see where the city is spending money, where the money is going. and it's a perfect opportunity for you to kind of say where you would like the money spent within your city. So if you want your neighborhood or your community, better, and you feel like the money could be used for a certain thing, then this is your opportunity to say so. So come on out, and we'll see you there.
All right, and we'll be back next week, right?
Yep, see you next week.
All right, take care.